Hello class, and welcome to our next lesson on Romancing SaGa Minstrel Song Remastered. My name is Ziggy, and today we're going to be starting on our quest with Barbara. First, it'll ask you, once you hit OK, it's going to ask you to name her. You can just hit confirm for the default name, but if you really want to change it, go ahead. You can see that there's a Y for a backspace if you want to change it. It's really up to you, but this will be the only characters whose name you can change, but I'd like to keep it for the default, so let's go confirm. Next you'll get to pick her starting class. Since this is our first playthrough, you're only going to have one choice, and for her it's Entertainer. She comes with 4 starting skills. Demonology, it's one of them. It says skills in red belong to the character regardless of class, so she just starts with Demonology. Even if she had other classes she could pick from, she would also get Demonology. So that's a magic skill, so she just has a little bit of magic. Then we get Martial Arts, Longsword, and Covert. Martial Arts and Longsword are weapon skills, they're combat skills, and they cover 2 of the ways to deal damage in this game. Covert, it's a field skill which powers your non-combat abilities. Covert is really good because it helps you avoid enemy encounters, which is important for managing your event rank. So you could also decide to pick no class if you wanted, but we're just going to go ahead with Entertainer. That's pretty good to start with. Alright, here we get to enter our name. You can put in whatever you want. I'm going to put in my name over here. Zygmunt. Zygmunt's my full name, but you can call me Ziggy or Zig, whatever you prefer. Or you can riff on Zig. Sometimes people call me Ziggurat or something like that. It's fun. Alright, confirm. Then you get to pick your gender. So this is a holdover from the earliest version of this game, which was from the Super Famicom. It was only released in Japan. And the game would ask you for your gender, and if you picked male, you could only pick the male starting characters, and if you picked female, you could only pick the female starting characters. But we live in much more progressive times, I guess. Well, let's hope. And you can just play whatever. So this is just still here. I'm going to decline to answer because how dare this game ask me my gender like it's the DMV or something. But it really doesn't matter. It has no effect on the game. Next, you get to pick your vibrations level. So you have normal, strong, off, weak. I like a strong vibration. That's just the kind of guy I am. So next it'll ask you to pick a progression setting. When you start the game, you have normal and slow. I've already beaten the game once, so I have also access to fast, but if this is your first playthrough, or you haven't gotten through the whole game yet, you won't have this option, but you don't want that option anyway. So the difference between these two is it affects your event rank. Slow is faithful to the American version, normal is the Japanese version. I think slow is probably the better choice for your beginning start, so that lets you fight more battles before your event rank goes up, which can be helpful, especially if you're just starting out in the game and you're not really quite sure what you're doing. So we'll pick slow, and then we get to go ahead and start the game. We're off to adventure! It's going to give you one last thing. The game is auto-saving, but auto-saving displays in the top left of the screen. Do not close the game until auto-saving is complete. Yep, don't do that. And then soft reset. So you can perform a soft reset by pushing the bumper button and the start button. Anything you haven't saved will be lost, obviously. But this game is expecting you to reset a lot, to do a lot of save scumming. It gives you a lot of save slots, and ways to quick save. So save a lot, reload your saves, go back in time, undo what you did, experiment, try things. This game is expecting you to do that, and it makes it easy to do those things. So let's get going. Here we go.
Mardius. The new road. It served as a major thoroughfare for all travelers. It extended from North Point in North Befall all the way over to Weston in UN.
So this is the new road that we're traveling here. And as Barbara, we have access to all of these spots to begin with, which is pretty cool.
Many people came and went along this route. Merchants, soldiers, adventurers. This troop of entertainers made their living traveling north, south, east, and west along the new road.
Look at that wagon.
Their tour finally brought them to the end of the road, here in Weston.
Alright, so here we are in Weston. So you need to press the button to dismount. So for me it's a B. Oop. No, we don't want to do that. So for me it's a B. And use the left analog stick to move around. If I go back up over here to this wagon, I can get back into it, or I can dismount. And if you want to walk slowly, use the direction pad. There are times when you're going to want to walk, so keep that in mind. But for the most part, we're going to use this left analog stick. Let's go over here and talk to this little friend. You see he's got, or she, I'm not sure. I think it's a she. She's got this little, or they've got this little glowing pendant here, so let's talk to them.
Hey you! You must be a new adventurer. Only a rookie would fail to greet a member of the volunteer brigade.
So this kid is one of the volunteer brigade, and they're useful for a few things. The first thing that they give you is a map. So we get a map of this town. Alright, awesome. And that'll help us move around and find things. The next thing is useful for your first playthrough. It says I could use your help.
Good answer. My mom always says, better to ask the way than go astray. Now, one of our duties in the brigade is instruction in the ways of adventuring.
Oh, so when that little arrow shows up at the end of the text, you just hit the confirm button.
What do you want to know?
And then here we can learn a lot of things about the game, how all this stuff works, but I'm going to be explaining all of this to you all. So you can see proficiencies. Here we go. So occasionally you'll have like that. It'll say new things will show up as your event rank goes up. New things will unlock here, especially under this. I want to learn more advanced things, and so as you progress in the game, more things will become available to you. But we're gonna go through all of it together. So this is here as a good reference if you want to ever come back. I'll teach you more when you're stronger. That's for sure. Let's talk about other things this guy can help you with, or this lady.
You must be a new adventurer.
Yeah.
Only
you can also skip through the voice acting if you hit the confirm button. They also have a storage. You can store items here. You can have up to 100 items in your inventory personally, and then in the storage you can have up to 1,000 items, which is really nice. You can also sell directly to storage, so you don't need to withdraw and then go find a shop to sell at, which is also really good. Have you seen my wagon? So that wagon that we have is unique to Barbara. She's the only one who gets that. The wagon is useful for avoiding enemies, so you can just kind of run over them, which is kind of fun. But if you avoid enemies, you won't affect your event rank. So I've mentioned this event rank thing a few times. And so if you look at, oh, they went away. If you look at the sides at the bottom, it'll give you the button maps. So we want to open the menu. So take a look at the center of the screen. There's going to be a dial that shows up. Keep your eye on that and keep your ears open. I want you to pay attention when I open this menu. Here we go. Whoop, you see that? That little dial, it went up 1. So that's our event rank. So right now it's at 1. And the event rank is the timer for the game. It goes up as you battle monsters. So as it goes up, certain quests, they become locked and other ones become unlocked. So if you're trying to do every quest, especially early in the game, you want to keep your event rank low. And then you're going to manage your event rank to get certain quests or complete certain quests. And you have to complete certain quests before your event rank goes up too high. And the way your event rank goes up, as I said, is by battling monsters. So avoiding monsters is a part of this game, because you don't want your event rank to go up too high. The first time you play this game, though, you probably don't want to worry too much about your event rank. Just play the game, find what happens, do what you want. It's really, like I said, there's really not really the right or wrong way to play the game. But we are trying to get every quest that we can, so we are going to work very hard to manage our event rank so that we can do that. I'm a completionist, and there's this incredible quest guide on GameFAQs by Eleinia that I followed, and I got to complete as many quests as possible in one playthrough, and I'm going to show you how to do the same thing in this playthrough. Now, your menu probably doesn't look like this if you just started the game, but if you go over to your config, and to System, over here, you can see Menu Layout 1, or Menu Layout 2. Let me show you Menu Layout 1. Let's see, yes, save settings. Oop, I went too far. Too far. Hold on. Here we go, yeah. So, the options here are smaller. The party details are a little bigger, but the event rank dial is over there in the corner, and I don't really like that all that much. I like it right in the middle where I can see it. So let's go ahead and put it back on Layout 2. And then the other thing is Proficiency Display. I'm going to explain Proficiency later, but there's Original and there's Icon. I like Icon. We're just going to leave it on Icon. When we talk about proficiencies, I'll show you the difference between those two. So now let's look at who we have in our party. We've got Barbara and we've got Herman. We can have up to 5 characters in our party. So let's go look at status. Let's start with Barbara. On the left here we have our equipment. You can see she's got a single sword. You can have up to 4 weapons in your equipment equipped at a time. And then underneath that we have all of the different armor slots. So she's just got a shirt, some leather boots, a glamorous ring. Look at that. On the right here we have all of the stats. We have attributes and then defense. Attributes is in the left column in the middle of the screen with strength, vitality, dexterity, all that. And then on the right are all the defenses. And so if you want to know more, if you hit your start button, or no, maybe it's your select button, there we go. It says quick help in the corner. It gives you all of these little cheat sheets. Now this is an explanation of the stats, but there's more to the stats than just what's here, but this is a good place to start. Here are all the defenses that you can do. So if you're having difficulty with specific, like let's say you're fighting an enemy that has a lot of fire and you want to defend against fire, you can equip stuff that gives you fire. So right now she's got a bonus to cold, plus 20 to cold. So that's it. And that glamorous ring she's wearing is increasing her intelligence and her willpower, so that's where those plus 1s are coming from. So if you hit the bumpers, left bumper, right bumper, you can switch between characters. So let's take a good look at Herman. So his stats are not the best. Herman is not the best character. He knows it and he apologizes profusely. The only thing that he's good at is compassion, C-O-M. He's got a 7 in that. That makes him actually a really good healer and good at buffing the party. His agility is abysmal though. And he's got really bad agility growth, so he's not really a good lancer. So he's not really going to be blocking a lot of attacks or going very early in the turn. So the most notable thing about Herman is that his LP is an 18, which is the highest you can get for a party member, a permanent party member. There is a temporary party member who has a 19, but we're not going to get them right now, and they don't stick around. But this 18 LP is really useful. It's like I said in the first video, LP is not just about taking hits, it's also a resource. You can primarily use it to avoid battles, because to retreat from a battle costs 1 LP. So Herman's not really good at fighting, but he's really good at staying out of combat. He's also a trader, and the trader class can use the trade proficiency to interact with monsters and trade with them instead of fighting them. So that's another way he avoids combat. And you see how it says trader level 1? As your trader levels goes up, the chances you have to trade with the monsters goes up as well. So that's a really good thing about trader. So he's just good at not fighting things, and if you don't fight things, you can keep your event rank low. So that's actually really useful for him. So let's go ahead and explore our first town. This is Weston. Gonna cross this bridge over here. Let's talk to this lady over here.
There are several settlements deep inside the frontier.
Oh, good to know. More places to go look at, more places to dance at and be entertaining. What do you have to say?
The frontier is a great place still unmade. So many come to build their futures here.
Aha. Well, as long as they have coin to pay for my dancing. Hello, lady.
There's a settlement to the northeast. It's called Yasi.
Yas. So this is a new location that we can get to, called Yasi. And if we go ahead and look at our map, press the Y button on my controller. But this is the world map, and this is how you travel to different locations in the world. So we can see we can go to Yasi. We can also go to the new road. We'll talk more about the world map in our next episode. So over here, this guy, he is the inn.
Hello, will you be staying with us tonight?
So it shows us we have 300 gold, that's what we start with. So there's 3 options here at this inn. Different inns have different options. So the first option is to spend 0 to restore a lot of proficiency uses. So our proficiencies are our non-combat skills, and we'll use them in the field. It doesn't cost anything, because if you just go into a town and change your proficiencies, you'll just refill to normal, so you don't really need to do that one all that often. This one also restores the proficiency uses, but it restores your LP, which is really useful. And the last one repairs your equipped weapons as well. So as you use your weapons, certain techniques use your durability points, and so this is how you repair those weapons. So inns are very useful, and there's different levels depending on what you need at the time. So we're not going to stay at the inn because we don't need it right now. Over here we have an item shop.
May I help you?
Item shops and item and weapon shops offer a range of goods for purchase and also buy items you no longer need. 3 powerful vendors control trade in Mardius, and all item shops do business with at least one. Each time you buy or sell at a shop, your standing with the vendors rise depending on how much business that shop does with the vendors. This affects your clout at affiliated stores. As the shop's level rises, new merchandise becomes available and fewer items sell out. We'll close the welcome message. So this is the shop. As it said, there's different clout with different vendors. I'm going to go into that more later, but this is, for now, just buy and sell things. You can see some of the stuff is locked out. As your level with the vendors goes up, you'll get access to those things. So you can buy better and better stuff. You can also sell things, and you can also sell things from storage here, which is also very useful. Let's keep going. Here's another guy to talk to.
Deep in the frontier lurk many mysterious beasts. I'd stay away from them.
But I'm an adventurer. Mysterious beasts are my whole thing. Spoiler alert, there will be mysterious beasts in the future. Alright, over here we have another shop. This one
Looking for something?
has does business with all 3 vendors, so if you work with them, you'll affect all your vendors. But like I said, don't worry too much about that. We're not going to buy anything right now. So this guy over here...
Hello.
He's a skill mentor. He helps you with your classes and your proficiencies. I'm going to go into more detail with that later. And then this guy over here...
May I help you?
He's a martial arts master. Visit martial arts masters to change your current mode of martial arts. Like weapons, martial arts also have modes, but you cannot change them at the blacksmith. Check the quick help explain about modes. So I'll go into modes later. It's like rock, paper, scissors, but there's 3 modes. Right now you start an attack style. I'm not planning on using martial arts with Barbara, so I'm not going to spend any money on this, but this is here if you want to use martial arts. Basically, shield style is defense. That's probably what you want to switch to, especially at first when you're not that powerful. Alright, one last thing I want to show you is if you hit the start button, you have this hurry up option here on the map. And if you hit that, it shows an icon and it lets you warp directly to any place in town. So if I wanted to go right to the inn, I could. So that's really useful if you just want to get somewhere very quickly. And I do want to get somewhere very quickly. I want to go to the pub. So, let's go into the pub and let's go talk to the guys back here first.
Watch out for nests of monsters out there.
Nests of monsters?
If you ask me, making a ruckus in a monster nest is just asking for trouble.
Oh, that does sound like a good idea, though, because monsters have treasure. Alright, let's talk to this guy right here, this Barney sort of dude.
You are a dancer, are you not? Would you dance for us?
I'd love to dance for you, darling. Alright, let's look at Barbara Go. Twirl sister. Yeah. She's got the moves, that's it. Look at that. And absolutely, like, no one... Oh, maybe that guy in the back is paying attention. I really like this art style. It's kind of, like, very ambiguous. Not super defined. She's just in her own little world now, isn't she? She's really feeling the music.
Marvelous. I wish I could express just how moving that was. Words fail me. Ah, yes. Allow me to convey my feelings with this amethyst necklace. Here.
Ooh, a free necklace.
Are you sure? Oh, but it's too much.
No, please take it. I'll be better off if you do. I mean, it would please me greatly if you'd accept it.
No, I'll take it. I'll take it. Don't worry.
Well, okay then. Thanks a lot.
Woohoo!
Well, if you'll
And
excuse
there we
me...
got our first achievement. Woohoo! Only 45 to go.
He seems to be in a big hurry. Huh. I'll bet he's up to something.
He is up to something, but we'll find out more about that later. So if we hit L3 here, it'll take us to our quest log. I had to do that kind of quickly because that dialogue goes away, fades away after a moment. So, but here we go. Amethyst of Visions received an amethyst necklace. It's a bit much for a single performance. For you, Barbara, nothing is too much. So this is where we have all our quests, and this is our first quest. This is the easiest quest in the game to complete, but we got it done, and we got a pretty good reward for it. If you are not playing as Barbara, if you want to complete this quest, all you have to do is recruit Barbara, and she comes with a amethyst. So let's go here. We're going to switch equipment to armor. Let's go. It's a necklace. Let's go to our next slot. Here we go with the amethyst. So when you equip things, on the right it shows you the benefits that you would get from equipping it. So if we equip this, it will increase all our attributes. So at the bottom there's a little help line. The Fate Stone of Illusion nullifies demonology, increases all attributes. So if we put it on, it will increase our defense, our physical and magical defense by 1, increases all our attributes by 1. And if anyone uses demonology on us, it won't work, which is pretty cool. So there are 10 Fate Stones in the game, and we just got the first one. Hooray! +1 attributes is pretty sweet at this stage in the game because our attributes are so low, so it's actually a pretty big bump for a lot of for our willpower. Like it's almost half our willpower already. So let's keep going. So we can't talk to the bartender, but we can talk to this guy over here. Let's go ahead and do that.
If you're in the market for some magic assistance, look no further.
Magic? Okay. Sorcerer joins your party. Hooray! More party members. Excellent. So let's take a look at the Sorcerer. So the Sorcerer is an unnamed character. They're called mercenaries. So the thing about mercenaries is they are not the best. They have a flat stat growth of a D and everything, so their stats start out pretty good actually. This is nothing to complain about here, especially where we are right now, but their stats are not going to grow as well. And the other thing too is that their LP is usually very low. Like the Sorcerer has 3 LP, I think that's the lowest out of any of the characters you can recruit. So it's hard to keep them around. They're not really good at the things that you can use LP for, which includes some of the higher level magic, so it's not terribly useful characters. But the reason I recruited the Sorcerer is that if we go over here to Notes and go to Player Log, this is where you can see a bunch of stats about the game. You have a quest log. So this is all records for all of your playthroughs. This is for this one right now. And this are all the characters you've recruited. So we are eventually going to fill out every slot on this page. But for now, we have the Sorcerer. And we are going to... I'll show you later how you can remove party members, because we're not going to keep him around. And let's keep going. So this is everything we can do in Weston right now. We'll probably come back here at some point in the future, maybe to buy some stuff. Maybe to go out further into the frontier. But for now, let's go ahead. Let's get in our wagon and let's head out. Ooh, there's a fairies grove. Interesting. Well, next time In next class, we are going to spend some time exploring the world, seeing what's out there, meeting new people, and if we're lucky, maybe we'll meet a fairy or two. So, see you next time on Let's Play Romancing SaGa Minstrel Song Remastered. This is Ziggy, wishing you a very blessed day.